joining Rook's team.
I'm what?
Someone says, wait, that's Isabella. Yeah, for those, let's see, Dragon Age Isabella. For those who haven't seen her, they have changed her dramatically in every freaking game. For example, in Dragon Age Origins, this was her. She was, I mean, she looked white, she looked European, and then she was a duelist, and she could teach you to be a duelist. In Dragon Age 2 is most people's favorite interpretation of her. This was her, and she was extremely sassy, and she would brag about sleeping with anybody to get her way. She was a pirate, and if she didn't like what you had to say, she would tell you to F off. So this was Isabella in DA2, which is most people's favorite. I don't think she was in Inquisition. There was mentions of her. And then what we're looking at right now in the game is her in this one.
Wait, were you not aware of this? Our contact here said you'd agree to join us.
Didn't Shathan... I thought you and your mother had agreed on this.
Nope.
Whoops. Well, you'll work it out. You always do. For gold and glory, Tosh. You're welcome back whenever. Rook, pleasure doing business with you.
Mother, what did you do?
I thought you would enjoy the chance to work with Rook's team. Do you not wish to stop these blighted dragons?
Of course I do. I might have decided to join on my own. Maybe after you talked to me.
I talked to you about not using your fire in front of the Antam.
Yeah, she got you there. Dude, that scowl, she looks so pouty.
I will prepare potions for you to take.
Oh.
Would you prefer ginger or lavender?
The ginger.
Hassam Vinek. Rook.
Dude, she's like, I will make you some healing potions. Do you want apple flavor or orange? She's like, orange.
You will keep her safe.
Yeah, I didn't promise that. I just realized one of her horns is like jade or something.
She strong-armed you onto the team just like that, huh?
Looks like.
Anyway, welcome to the team. Might not be what you wanted, but we could really use the help.
I'll get my stuff. Hey. It is.
Sorry?
Joining your team. It is what I wanted.
Glad to hear it.
The lighthouse.
The Antam hate magic. They always talk about how much better Kunari are than everyone else. Now they worship elven gods for power? Hypocrites. But it explains why they pushed so hard into Ravane.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. Power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies. Like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Crows, particularly after we helped save their city.
Thea and Viago know what is owed. They will make good on that debt.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting
Morrigan.
at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there, I bet it involves the gods.
This is really odd. Like, there's only one option here, and then you hit more, and then there's 2 more options. They could have just had all 3 of those options on the first screen.
The first warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
Piss up a
I don't
rope.
keep track. But he can't stop you from
A
asking a
challenging
few questions.
thing to do for
if
sure.
we're fast enough.
Any details on the blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
Gillenane has laid low since we hurt her dragon, but the blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking blight than wardens.
Morrigan and those wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. Or the closest damn thing to them.
Nev, you're back.
Yeah, I am.
A couple new people have joined the team since you've been gone. This is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, he's our Fade expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter.
Hey.
Charmed. Right. Not everyone has met.
So you're a dragon hunter? Minrathous could have used you.
What's going on?
Back home, what isn't? Look, you made an impossible call without enough information. I get it. It's the corner the gods put us in. It just might take time to shake off.
You are back though, right?
Yeah, Belle. I'm back.
These look exactly the same. I'm kind of wondering if I try to be mean, what happens? Don't leave again.
Can I trust you to see this through? I can't have you leaving again. I need everyone here. Whatever it takes.
After what happened to Minrathous, I've got even more reason to go after the gods. If anyone's got a shot at this, it's the people here. I'm still on the job. Count on it.
Great.
She's not even mad at me for that? It said she disliked
I'll
that.
let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
If I don't make the tough decisions, no one else will. So I live with the consequences.
And you don't blame anyone else for them. That's why I recruited you. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the wardens found. All this chatting has taken it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
Varric looks like Budget Gale. Varric looked pretty normal at the beginning, and then he got stabbed, and he's kind of had like sunken eyes and stuff since then. That's why he's got the bandages. So I think it's the main reason he's not in your party. Or can't be in your party. Companion hardened. Nev is hardened. After experiencing the Blighted Dragon attack in Minrathous, Nev is less trusting and more self-reliant. Her damaging abilities are increased, but she will no longer use supportive abilities, and relationship progress is slowed. Interesting. Okay. New exploration level unlocked, the Ravane Coast. Return to the cross, blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. Alright. Does anyone have timed conversations? 2 people do, yes. Okay. Hossberg Wetlands. Okay. She's mad at you. She's just hangry. She needs a Snickers.
Carving monsters, huh? Didn't figure you for an artist.
This? It's by necessity. If you know your enemy, their weak spots, maybe you live another day.
Or you could just bring along a really big sword.
Only if you know what to do with it. You hit a rageling in the flank, you'll just send him into a frenzy.
And these will help.
Standard bestiaries are always some mage drawing things they've never seen, taking the piss out of it. They don't understand how when the hunt ends and you come nose to nose with an ogre, someone's going to die. So I'm making the real Monster Hunter manual.
Who are you doing it for?
Balmor, that imbecile in Tevinter, lecturing on things he doesn't know about. And Ludric over in Rivain thinks taking a rock wraith down with a lucky shot makes him a champion.
I don't really like any of these options.
Yeah, Ludric and his ego.
You ever met Ludric?
Well...
Because he's been dead 300 years, living off the legend of one fluke arrow.
Oh, I just wanted to make you feel better.
My reward is showing these idiots how it's done.
Just remember, it's spelled R-O-O-K. The hero who took down the gods.
That chapter's going to be mine.
Where's the Gloom Howler?
Can't carve it till I know what it is. You want a piece of the Howler, boy?
Is he ready?
Was I ready the first time I fought a Hurlock?
Well, you're still alive.
I got my ass handed to me. Broke 4 ribs and cracked my jaw. Then I got back up and drove a blade through its skull.
Oh, Hurlock? Wow, you really suck.
Hassan and I are only as strong as the quarry we hunt.
Makes sense. You'll learn to fight by fighting.
I don't know another way. Out there in the world, you sink or swim.
Can a half-lion, half-eagle swim?
Don't know. Hassan?
Which half was that?
Search me. Both halves share the same stomach.
Right. See you around.
Is this game as bad as everyone is saying? The combat's fun. Like, it's very flashy. It feels good to play. It's very smooth, stuff like that. But there are moments in the dialogue that are absolutely cringe. You know, that is a real thing. I would say if you don't know the story of Dragon Age and you're not invested into it, maybe wait on a sale. Because I think you might get less enjoyment out of the game if you don't, like, know the backgrounds. Because for me, this is like the latest chapter in something I've been following for 10 years.
I'm sorry, but I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels. Fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance. How would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Manfred's very aware for one of the common dead.
Isn't he? You can see why I couldn't leave him behind. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
I feel something of the soul returns when we revive the deceased.
That's my view as well. It's difficult, isn't it, to prove those lingering glimpses may be grace.
Wow.
Well?
You know, you sound different when you talk more and watch things. Way fancier.
I do no such... No, I don't.
Thanks, Professor. I learned a lot today.
My pleasure.
I was very booze goose. Do you guys notice that Manfred is using the inside of his rib cage as storage? He has a water skin sticking out of his ribs. Like, he's just got like a whole bunch of crap stored in there. Look at that. Pet Manfred. Wait a minute. Ow. Wait, what did she decorate with? Hold on. Statues of dragons, of course.
Hey.
Help for Treviso. Hey Tosh, we've been trying to get supplies to the crows in Treviso, but the crows who were supposed to pick up the supplies here in Ravane never reported in. If you and your fancy new friends at the time, could you check it out? The drop point was over on the coast. For Golden Glory, Isabella. Don't mind me just looting your room. Alright, what did you want to talk about? Oi. Oi. Stand up. I can't talk to you. Okay, hold on. Maybe if I leave and come back in. No? Okay. Alright, open the journal to contact the Grey Wardens or meet Morrigan. Yo, I'm gonna pick Morrigan. She's way better looking than the Grey Wardens. Return to Docktown via the crossroads or fast travel. Docktown. Alright, we got the whole squad here. What would my favorite team be? I really like the heal. There's two types of heal. Some of the people have an instant heal, and some of them have a heal over time that's much stronger, but, you know, it doesn't heal you for as much in the first 2 seconds. Harding has the heal over time. And Tosh, actually, like, unironically, had a really good combat skill. I want to see Davron some more, though. If we could, if Manfred fought with Emmerich, I would bring Emmerich every time. But he doesn't bring, Manfred, so, you know.
Where is everyone? What did the Venatori do to the Shadow Dragons?
Because the Venatori now rule Minrathous, waypoints must be rediscovered. Whoa. I don't think... Trying to, there we go, push him into the burning. I like how we just called down his bird from the sky, and I'm also calling out lightning through the ceiling.
No way the Shadow Dragons let the Venatori in here. Look around. Someone might have left us a
candle.
Candlehop message. Curious about you and you of us. Other Candlehops find, please.
Is this for us? Strange.
That's a Candlehop?
Wants us to find more.
Earlier, I read a thing about Candlehops, and I even said I wonder what they are. Word from Viper, Venatori moving to eliminate us. No one is safe. I'll be waiting in the loading area near the docks. Meet me there, Hector.
Hector. He used to guard the pawn shop's entrance. May have mentioned it. He was waiting for someone at the market. Might still be there. The Grey Warden. Are you all right?
Give her a potion.
You're Rook. I'm Vesta.
What happened?
I'm here to help the Shadow Dragons. fighting Darkspawn in the catacombs. There weren't many when we started, but then the others said to run. Get help. We can't leave the Darkspawn. If they escape into the city...
We won't let them.
Just sit tight.
Cornered in the catacombs.
Up there.
There? Where? Oh, I'm petting a cat. I thought I was looting. There's a ladder. Griffin strike.
Right.
Plus caretaker power. Thunderclap plus 2. 31 electric. That is almost double the stagger damage. Oh, electricity again. Okay. Ow. Not really, I don't know, fall damage. Chest opening animation is excessive. Remembering Kratos and God of War just punching through the chest and pulling out the contents.
Control? That's funny.
Death is a punishment.
Harding, is it true you can control rock snap?
Control? That's funny. I'm still trying not to drop things on my own feet. And I still don't know why this happened.
Best not to question yet.
Is it though? A gift?
You saved someone's life.
I know. I just wonder what's next. And now it's back.
One of the biggest downsides to only having a party of 3 is we get less of the banter. Which, with how cringe some of it is, that might not be a bad thing. But some of the best lines in Origins was like Cullen and Morrigan talking shit to each other in the parties. And like, in Inquisition, having Cole and Bull in the same party was like, it was so good, the stuff that they would say. But in this one, you know, they shrunk the party size, so there's less dialogue. But, you know, dialogue. Start.
Why did Morgan want to meet in Monroe?
Hey, Muck, how's the gameplay? Digits, I just talked about this at length a few minutes ago, so I'm just going to give you TLDR. Combat, very fun, runs smooth, beautiful graphically. The writing has a lot of really cringe moments, which is, I think, the thing that the game is getting most of the flack for.
Athos, isn't she helping the Veil Jumpers in Arlathan?
Indeed, but today we have a guest, and he needed the anonymity that only a city provides.
Well, look who it is.
Good to see you, Lace.
Rook, you remember how Varric and I served the Inquisition? Well,
oh, it's the Inquisitor.
This is Inquisitor Llewellyn.
All right, so during character creation, we got the option to make the Inquisitor. When I played Inquisition, the Inquisitor was a male elf mage, and he was a knight enchanter, so he could make like a lightsaber out of his hand. So that's how he fought. Now character creation took so long in this game, I didn't want to make him look exactly the same, so I just did like, you know, male mage, decent hair, done. So this is the Inquisitor, basically.
The man who led us all.
Also, he should have one arm, so I think he might have a prosthetic.
How many famous people do you know, Harding? Should I expect the Divine to show up?
She also served in the Inquisition, but we didn't talk much.
Morrigan.
That's really interesting, because this game doesn't import your decision at the end of Inquisition of who became the Divine. Because you can either have Leliana become the Divine, or, oh god, what's her name? Cassandra become the Divine. But she just very carefully just said, she's busy, we don't talk much, but it doesn't say who she is.
And Harding have told me about what you've accomplished since taking over for Varric. You've put together an impressive team, and you've got the best chance, maybe the only chance, to stop Elganon and Gillenane.
This is on you, it's your fault.
We've been doing what we can, but I'll be honest. Right now it feels like we're in over our heads.
You've already faced setbacks, you'll face more. Your actions will have consequences.
Did you see what happened to the Viper? We know all about consequences.
Such thinking is a trap you can ill afford. The Viper was blighted because of Elganon and Gillenane, but the city of Treviso was saved because of you.
I wasn't ready to become the Inquisitor. I wasn't ready to have to choose between helping Templars or mages, or decide the fate of every Grey Warden in southern Thedas. Eventually, when the choices I made...
It very carefully doesn't actually say what his choices were for any of those things, because it doesn't import that.
It caught up with me, I turned the Inquisition over to the Chantry, rather than create even bigger problems. Maybe someday you'll face the same situation. But I'm asking you not to worry about that future until we have one. Right now, we need you to stop the gods.
All right. I'll do my best.
And while you do so, Rook, the Inquisitor will do his best to ensure that the rest of the world remains intact. A daunting prospect, given that most of the South is under siege by Darkspawn.
It's that bad?
If not for the Inquisitor, the South would have collapsed completely. He has not been idle while you assembled your team.
I thought the gods were mostly active up here. It's really that bad in the south?
Elganon and Gillenane have indeed restricted their activities to the north.
Good night, Angelos.
The forces they deployed to the south, the strange new Darkspawn, have spread fear and corruption greater than any blight in history.
Darkspawn have cut through the center of Orlais. Valroyo and Helem Shiral are barely holding out. Ferelden would have fallen already if not for help from Orzammar. With Denerim lost, the Fereldans are holding the line at Redcliffe. The Free Marches have the worst of it. Acting Viscount Aveline Valen led the evacuation of Kirkwall. She's taking her people and what's left of her army to help Prince Vale keep Starkhaven.
Prince Vale?
We didn't know. My ma...
I think he was in DA 2?
I talked to the Divine, and your mother's safe with the Inquisition.
Thank you.
The Inquisition might just be an arm of the Chantry now. But we've still done our part to get people to fight this threat together. Again, the South is my problem, not yours, Rook. You stop the gods, and I'll make sure the rest of Thedas doesn't fall to the Blight.
I have a team, but not much in the way of forces. If there's any military support you can spare.
I'm sorry. Our forces in the South are stretched thin already. And I'm afraid the Grey Warden leadership doesn't think much more highly of me than they do of you.
The Inquisitor did not come all this way to leave you with empty words, however. He brought something no one else could.
A wolf statuette? Something to do with Solus?
I found it right around the time Solus's ritual failed, when he was pulled into the Fade. We've examined the magic, and it's tied to the Veil. To him, somehow.
Solus is ancient, and his magic is part of him in a way far beyond that of mortals. I suggest you take it to the crossroads and see if something in the lighthouse calls to it. Perhaps it will yield some insight into your new ally.
I appreciate it. Solus has been helpful while he's trapped in the Fade, but anything that can help me get inside his head will help counter him getting inside mine.
Wisely spoken. Solus rarely lies directly, but he finds ways to weave the truth into a noose you find yourself wearing.